and believe things can be done. Yes, they can be done. We can do it. Yeah.
Oh, I think I love how you've even summarized what I wanted to ask you on. What is one thing you'll tell someone about the Christian Union? Because most of the time when you join campus, you're told, look for a good church, and join that church. Don't go to the Christian Union. They don't have very nice speakers. But maybe you can add on it in case maybe there's something that has popped up in your mind.
I know, because it was also, one of the stories when we were starting out in Christianity. So another interesting bit was that when we joined in 2010, around that time, that's when we started the Sunday services. So there used to be only Friday services. Then Sundays, people used to go to their own churches. So around that time, we started actually the CU Sunday services. And of course, one of the biggest things, even as leaders, was the conversation about why should people change from churches now to come to Christian Union. And it was a conversation that kept on all through until the time I was handing over. I think for me, one, just the element of being together, it's like we are peers. But it's like you're encouraging one another. Your peers who are going through the same things, same issues in the same place, and yet encouraging each other to look to God. For me, I feel like that's a big thing. I'm in church now. I'm in churches like where we are right now. And I can tell, for example, like where we're in church, there are many things. I mean, people talk about various things. Sometimes, maybe for me, that case of, I went, I clerked, and then my exam was not, my teacher came before I finished. That story may not be, someone else will be like, okay, so what's that? But to us, because you're a fellowship, you'll be like, hey, so what happened? And that, just to have people who can hear and say, okay, let's pray about it. Because they understand, So maybe you're going through things as young people in medical school, which I'm not trying to say that we are like different and nini, but it's so nice when you're together and fellowshipping. That's the essence of fellowship. We're coming for Bible studies. We talk about how the week has been rough here and there. We laugh about this and that. Those are things which, it's okay. The pastors outside, their problems are bigger. I mean, here there are people with families. The issues they're dealing with are diverse. But here we can actually help through, through care. We can reach out to someone who has not had a meal. That's something we can feel for each other. And it helps us even also to develop a heart for one another here locally. So me, I will say, hey, if there's any person, if there's a Form 4 there who is about to join campus, or there's someone who has just joined campus and is wondering, do I go to Christian Union or not? Please, yes, join that. Because this is a people of your age. I think sometimes they also just inspire you. If you see someone else is doing this, hey, you're actually praying. You're waking up in the morning to pray. Because maybe the others will say, in church, maybe that church is very far. You can't even go for morning glory. Those people maybe don't have some classes at 7, so that's why they're going for the morning glory. You can create excuses. But here you are together, it's like there's no excuse. No one is going to say at you just sleep. No, we just wake up. Let's wake up. Let's go seek God. And these are things that, they bring up, they stir in us something. Bible studies, we get to study the Bible. It's very objective. Those focus guides, they help through so many topics. You sit there, you hear someone saying something from the Bible, like, the people who know the word. I need to up my game. So it's really helpful. I don't know. For me, I felt it was very... It's like stirring each other. People in the same fellowship. There's someone was explaining fellowship being a group of people in the same ship. It's like you're in the same troubles now. So you're together. The problems you're facing are the same. Be it family issues, be it school issues, be it social issues about relationship. Those are the same. When you sit down and talk about it, someone had a same you're being. It's like things that you understand. And even when the top speakers come and speak, they just speak into your situations.
That are there.
Please, I cannot, I don't know. That one I can speak passionately on end.
I remember Tamin Kingia first year. I think one of the services I saw Rosa reciting like a whole chapter. I was like, whoa. People reciting chapters here. I was actually encouraged to continue also building myself up in the faith, because there are people who are doing it and they're even older than us. I'm like, okay. We are peers and people know the word outside being pastors. I'm like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
Was there anyone in campus maybe who worked with you as a mentor? Because the Christian Union gives people who are mentors to work with you, to encourage you to pray, to also read the word and just see how you're doing maybe in life. Was there anyone like that?
Yeah, I know when we joined first year, so Christian Union normally has a mentorship program. I hope it's still there. But so we were given someone to work with us. Yeah, I remember very well. My first mentor was Faith Warigwa. Yeah, and then Faith Warigwa, by the time she was leaving because she was doing a nursing program, that time she was dating someone called Masharia. So she handed us over to Masharia. Yeah, but she was actually my initial mentor. Yeah, so at least someone who will just call us some few days, like, how are you doing, with a cup of tea. I mean, that time you're a student, you live in ODM. So when you're called to main hostel, I mean, you go see, wow, people can live actually like alone. They have rooms on their own. It felt like, wow, this is something. Yeah, and just her calling us, having a cup of tea and asking, how are you doing? So how is this and that? She was really helpful. I remember even after she handed us over to her fiancé that time, now Masharia, but who was also in Christian Union doing medicine. I think that time he was in 5th year. Masharia also was very gracious because now we were many, we were a team of us. He was very gracious to walk with us. He walked with us, talked to us. I remember that's the same time also I was almost getting into relationship with a very wonderful guy here. He walked with us that journey, like to know, hey, what's happening between the two of you, blah, 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 those kind of things. So it was I felt like that really helped, just to have someone who keeps asking you what's happening, what's here, blah, 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 those things, yeah.
I see you've gotten into a topic most of us like getting into.